All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that, let's be honest, drives all of us a little crazy. Criticism. That feeling of being judged no matter what you do. But what if I told you there's a 2,500-year-old idea that can completely flip how you think about it?
You know this feeling, right? Where you're trying to do the right thing, you listen to feedback, you change your approach, and somehow you still get blamed? It feels like a game that's rigged from the start.
And look, this isn't just a feeling you have, it's a real thing. It's a trap. A scenario where it seems like every single move you could possibly make is the wrong one. Let's break down exactly how this trap works.
So it all starts here. Someone criticizes you, right? Maybe about how you act or communicate. And since you're a reasonable person, you think, okay, you know what? Fair enough. I'll adjust. I'll try something new.
Let's say you were told you were too quiet, maybe a little reserved. So your new game plan is to be more open. You start sharing more, explaining your thoughts, trying to be an open book so there are absolutely no misunderstandings.
And what happens? Bam. Suddenly the criticism is you talk way too much, or you just dominate every conversation. The very thing you did to fix the first problem has now become a brand new problem. You just can't win.
All right, so plan B. If talking more was the wrong move, well, logic says the next step is to talk less. So you decide, okay, I'll be concise, to the point, only say what absolutely needs to be said.
And what's the result of that? Well, now people think you're withdrawn, maybe you're being secretive, or you're just not a team player. You've swung the pendulum all the way to the other side and landed in the exact same spot, getting blamed.
At this point, you're probably just ready to throw your hands up in the air. I mean, if talking more is wrong and talking less is wrong, then maybe the only truly safe option is to just say nothing. At all. Just sit back and observe.
And there it is, the final piece of the puzzle. Even when you're completely silent, you're still blamed. Now you're aloof or disengaged. You've tried every possible option, and every single one led straight back to criticism.
Now, if this whole frustrating cycle feels like a modern problem, something that came about because of office politics or social media, I've got news for you. It's not. This is a deeply human issue, one that's been around for thousands of years.
In fact, believe it or not, this exact same scenario was brought to the Buddha more than 2,500 years ago. Someone, feeling just as stuck as we've been talking about, went looking for an answer.
And the question they asked was so beautifully simple, it's probably the same one you've asked yourself. It boils down to this. Why me? What am I doing wrong that makes people blame me all the time?
And the answer that was given completely reframes the entire problem. It doesn't give you some secret trick to dodge blame. Instead, it just reveals a simple, powerful truth about what criticism actually is.
And here it is. The Buddha's response wasn't a piece of advice, it was a statement of fact. He said, they blame him who talks too much, they blame him who talks too little, and they blame him who is silent. There is no one in this world who is not blamed.
I mean, just look at this. It's so clear. The path you take makes no difference. Talk a lot, you get blamed. Talk a little, blamed. Saying nothing at all, you guessed it, you're still blamed. The outcome is always the same.
And that is the big takeaway here. The blame was never really about you or the choice you made. The thing that was changing was your action. The thing that stayed constant was the criticism itself. And realizing that, well, that's the key that unlocks the whole trap.
So, if blame is just going to happen no matter what are we supposed to do? This is where we stop playing defense. We stop trying to dodge something that's impossible to dodge, and instead we learn how to catch it and use it. It's time to go on offense.
This is the question that changes the whole game. As soon as you accept that you can't avoid it, you're free to ask a way more powerful question. What can I do with it?
And that brings us to the final, brilliant instruction. The point isn't to get down because blame is everywhere. The point is to use it. The advice is simple. Therefore, use your criticism as your motivation.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? It's a simple 3-step mental shift. First, expect it. Just know it's coming. Stop being surprised by it. Second,
Detach from it. It's not a personal attack on your worth. It's just a constant of life, like weather. And third, and this is the most important part, use it. Take that energy, that sting, that frustration, and channel it. Turn it into fuel for whatever it is you're trying to do.
You see, when you make that mental pivot, criticism completely loses its power over you. It stops being a weapon that someone else can use against you, and it becomes a tool for you. It becomes motivation, a reminder that you're actually in the game doing something that matters.
So, the next time you feel that inevitable sting of blame, just remember, it's not a stop sign, it's fuel. And that just leaves one final question. What are you going to build with it?